Hi, Linda Hollington here, Caldwell Banker Paradise. Hope this finds everyone good today, and I'm happy that you joined me. I have a little decoration here that I thought maybe I wasn't going to do any videos for a while, but I live in Florida and work in Florida, and I got a little skin cancer, and they took it off, so I've got it covered up there. So I don't know how long that's going to last or how long it's going to take to heal up, but I feel very blessed that that's all it is. It could be something worse. So that's why that big Band-Aid. I didn't get punched in the nose or anything like that. Not yet anyway. It's come close a few times. I'd like to talk to buyers today. Uh, we have a lot of inventory right now. We have a lot of buyers right now in Florida, and it's busy with buyers. But there's a lot of things to consider when you're going to buy a home. And we think of things like first thing you think of when you drive up is the landscaping. What does it look like on the outside of the house? The size of the house, the layout of the house. Uh, does it suit my taste, kind of thing? The condition of the house sometimes isn't as important as other things. It should be. But there are other things to think about. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I talked to buyers who have bought. We had a pretty busy buyer's market a couple of years ago, and people were buying houses very quickly, and they didn't think about some things. So those are the things we're going to talk about today real quick, if I can. Number one is the location. Make sure you pick it out real carefully. If you come to Florida and you're not you've never been to the town before, make sure you drive around, see where you want to be. It's easy if you want to be on the beach side because you just drive up and down the beach and find a place. But even there's differences. So you want to do that. And I have a lot of stories from buyers that have regrets. One couple, young couple, speaking of location, I looked and looked and looked. What they really wanted, their desire was a big older home with a 2-story, maybe even a 3-story, and had real character to it. And so they looked and looked in this town that they lived in. It wasn't in Florida. And this particular town had homes with very big older homes in it. They weren't quite turn of the century type, that old, but at least 60 some years old. And they found one they really liked. It was on a corner, and it was just what they liked. And they were so excited. They told me this story. And so they went through all the process of inspection and doing all this stuff. And they didn't move in. It came pretty close because it was during this. But for some reason, they decided to go drive by there and drive around the neighborhood in the evening at nighttime, which is a good thing to do. And they didn't know this, but behind the house, there was a few businesses, small businesses around there. Behind the house was a laundromat that was open 24 hours. And that made a big difference. It wasn't quite the neighborhood that they thought it was. It's nothing wrong with a laundromat or anything like, but open 24 hours. If you're trying to get some rest and you're around businesses like that, it can make a difference. You do want to take into consideration size and layout and your situation. So many people have plans for a family, so they buy a real big house and they end up not needing such a great big house. Or you decide to downsize, and then mom has to come live with you, dad has to come live with you, both come to live with you. Or your son loses his job, so they come there for 6 months, and you have 700 square foot, which is perfect for you, or even for you and your husband. But take into consideration what could happen in the next few years because you're not gonna move out of this house probably in a year from now. And, pay close attention to the condition and the maintenance that's been done to the house. Look around really well. You're gonna have an inspection. He's gonna find a lot of stuff, but they don't always, uh, look at worn items such as, the walls, the wallpaper, the shelves like behind me. How are the shelves done? Are they gonna need some work? Because they're not critical to the house, but they still would cost money if you need to fix it up, if you need to redo it. And financial planning, that's another thing that isn't thought through well at all sometimes. And so you have buyer's remorse because uh, you paid too much, you spent more than you thought you were going to. Moving is more expensive now than it used to be. So uh, an advisor really is good if you have a financial advisor. Maybe you have a banker you could talk to, or a banker friend, or parents, or somebody, or your realtor. Talk about with them about the financing. And I don't hear anyone anymore until it's really too late talk about resale value. If I'm paying $20,000 over for this house and I sell it in 5 years and the market's gone down, guess what my resale value is? And think about your bottom line. Your your closing costs, all those kind of things. Make sure you know what it is. Uh, and it's good to talk to other people when you're in this process. Share your concerns with your realtor of what might happen. This happened, that happened. Think a little bit farther out than where it just is. Does this have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths I want? Is it 3 miles from work? Or those are important, but don't miss the other things. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again real soon.